Big Brother Australia Season 16 Episode 14 is the second nominations night, and I just finished recording this entire video. I went to watch it, it crashed and completely deleted, gone, vanished forever. And I know I like talking about Big Brother, but here I go again. The first thing that I would like to address is Abiola's sleeping habits. Is anybody else concerned that she's got some sort of underlying medical condition? I don't know if she's got low iron, I don't know, there's many things that can cause you to sleep a lot. And listen, I'm all about the nap life, right? See, when I'm off work, I will have naps during the day. Sometimes I make the mistake of having a nap at 7 at night, then I'm up all night. But when I have seen a lot of the lives, they're sitting in the living room having full-blown conversations, and she's conked out. She's completely gone. It's not right to be able to sleep that often and that deeply. I know people who can fall asleep sitting up and just in any position, but if I was her friend in the house, I'd say, I think you need to go into the diary room and ask to get a blood test or something done, because there's just something not right here. At the start of the episode, they found out Alana's staying and Coco's over the moon. She claps a wee bit, right, and then she's like, oh, sorry. But she's allowed to be happy, but obviously she felt bad because she clapped and Mia was still in the house. Holly, on the other hand, isn't too happy, and she's away chatting shit to Colin. Oh, if only the person had came to me and talked about it. I didn't say that she hadn't been to any cool kids parties. I says that I was happy that she was there because she's a school teacher and she's at a VIP party. I've got news for little Miss Holly. I know school teachers that go to plenty of VIP parties. I don't know where she's getting it in her head that teachers don't have party lives. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand where this thought comes from. But not only that, she's still saying that she didn't say that. Now, I don't know if she's a compulsive liar and she's convinced herself that she didn't say it. I don't know if she genuinely just didn't mean it like that and she's trying to backtrack in her own mind and she's trying to convince herself, or if she's got some sort of narcissistic personality disorder. I don't know. But what I do believe is when she was saying that about Emily, she wasn't meaning it in a bad way. But when she goes out the house, I hope they show her that clip because I'm dying to see her reaction. After Bruce going through all this time saying, oh, me and Coco, it's only physical touch, nothing's going to happen, all of a sudden he's saying, oh, I want Coco to reciprocate the feelings, I'm not ready to go, and saying, oh, I really like hanging out with you and all that. Now, it is possible that his feelings are just progressing, or it's possible that he's using this as a tactic to stay in the house. I'm not sure. I do genuinely think he likes her, but the way he's been talking about women, it's as if he just fancies all attractive women with short blonde bobs. Jane left her video to the house and she was saying how much she loves Alana, and I was surprised when she says that Vinny was fake. However, we have seen Vinny himself saying to Bruce, oh, I know where all the cameras are, I know where all the angles are, I know where you could hide. So he obviously does pay that much attention to the camera. But then we've seen Jane having words with Colin so many times about farting and having no respect for women. And she's saying, oh, her and Holly are best friends, and saying to Colin, don't change and all that. It was a bit bizarre because even Colin said himself, she shouts at me all the time. And she says, oh, a message to the underwear boys, grow up. I totally agree. See, watching them act the way they act, it is annoying. And even though I liked Colin to start off with, see that constant bro, and the way he talks, he talks like a ninja turtle, and it's starting to grate on me a wee bit now. I do think he's a nice guy, but I'm starting to find him a bit annoying. And I think it's strange that people were saying that Mia was really annoying and over the top, but Colin is the same. When Jane was being interviewed, she says, oh, I think that they two like each other and they've got the same kind of mental health problem. I don't know if it's ADHD, and I was just like, oh my god. Imagine you said that on Big Brother late in life. Australians are unhinged, I absolutely love it. Jane chose Alana to be HOH, thank god. Smart decision. So that means she gets to sleep in the queen bed, she gets to decide who does the chores, she gets her wee hamper. She's very excited about that dark chocolate. It gives me the actual bulk, but I mean, I know it's very popular. So what I found interesting though is she says, I'm trying to allocate chores to people who haven't worked. So the first person she chose to do the baking was Edward, but Edward did the toilet cleaning last week and he worked at the party. I found that interesting considering Colin and Emily haven't worked yet. Bruce was the kitchen hand, Holly was the bathroom cleaner, and Coco was the house cleaner. Now, I think that the house cleaner has got the most work. Coco seemed happy. She says she used to clean Airbnbs. And I think that because Jane says to her, oh, you need to pull your weight and get up off your bum and help, she's now got to use this as the time to be like, oh, I can clean and help out. But Holly was in the diary room saying that she wasn't happy to be cleaning the bathrooms because it wasn't a girl job. What? It was time for Mia to leave her message, and she was saying that Emily was one of the nicest people. She didn't know why Bruce was there, and she was saying that Edward kind of dangled the carrot in front of her. Even though I do agree with what she's saying, he did make it very clear that he wasn't interested. However, when they were doing that whole race thing, and he says to her, oh, if you can beat that time, you get to spend 2 weeks with me in bed, knowing fine well that she fancied the pants off him. Do you know what I mean? And he was kind of weaponising that, which wasn't very nice, but I mean, he was not interested in her. But she was saying, oh, I don't know if you want somebody who's more quiet or like a perfect package or whatever, but it's okay to just not fancy somebody. She says to Holly, I'm not going to miss you talking about yourself all the time, and I hope you grow out of like the main character syndrome. Her special power wasn't that great, she just got the power to nominate. So she gave 3 to Holly and 2 to Bruce. And Bruce actually said himself, oh, I was quite mean to her. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't surprised. She also says that she felt like Bruce was flying under the radar and she didn't know why he was there. So this led Connor and Abiola to have a chat about Bruce and say when he came into the house he was saying he wanted a trad wife and he had all these opinions about women. And then all of a sudden when he realised that the house wasn't agreeing with him, he changed what he was saying. And this is what I said in week 1. Like, he went from saying, oh, cavemen used to go out and do the hunting and the women used to stay at home and look after the kids, to saying, oh, if I came home and the dinner wasn't ready, I would make the dinner, I would clean and do all this. And it was just like, things weren't matching up. It was time for nominations, and it was very clear that what Jane and Mia said in their videos affected the thoughts of the house. Now, Jane even said, I hope that what I've said makes them think, like, is Vinny a game player? Is he being genuine? Now, a few of them used Vinny as taking the £10,000 as a weighting against him. They says that they weren't bothered, but then they were saying, oh, he underplayed it. The reason he underplayed it is because he didn't want to sit there and be like, oh, haha, I've got £10,000 and I could have put £25,000 into the pot. See, if he just says, oh, I can't wait to go out and spend it, or this is what I'm going to spend it on, they wouldn't have liked that either. So it's just using it as an excuse. One thing that's interesting is, like, as you know, I watch all different Big Brothers, and even though it's technically the same show, they're all very different. In the UK, people will vote for you because they'll say, oh, they're a game player, they want to win. But in the Australian one, they'll say, well, I think that they're going to win, and I want to win, so I need to get rid of the competition. The mindset of the games is very different. It's the same in Big Brother USA and Canada. They're there to win that money, but in the UK, it's as if you express that you want to win the game or you want to win the money, it makes you a bad person. I mean, all these countries, they're so different. Australia's definitely the best. A lot of people were nominating Abiola because she sleeps all the time. And I agree, right? Like, at one point in Big Brother UK, you weren't allowed to sleep during the day. I don't understand why they're allowing her to sleep all the time. Like, okay, maybe let somebody have a nap. But on the Big Brother UK under 18s, they definitely weren't allowed to sleep. Like, somebody got disqualified for winning because of it. I was quite surprised that Coco nominated Holly, even though it's like as if 1 minute she's her best friend and the next minute she can't stand her. So I was just a bit surprised by that. In the end, Vinny, Abiola and Bruce were up for nomination, and Alana could use her special power, and I was like, she's not going to use it because she's just going to say, oh, that's what the house wants, I'm going to stick to it. But no, she used it. I didn't think MD in the house would have the balls, to be honest with you. She saved Abiola, and I felt kind of bad for her because she says if she had a chance to win the money, she just wanted to go to the dentist and get her car fixed. So I hope she gets a chance to win some money. But because she took her down, Connor and Holly are up now. So I was not expecting it. I wasn't. But let me know in the comments who you would like to save. If you're Australian, who you voting to save. And I don't know. I don't know who I want to go. Let me know what you thought of the messages and did they choose the right HOH, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.